Okay, in last class we have discussed what are the types of filters. Like if we apply filter in the sense, what are the data if we don't want it, just we can restrict it on a different levels, like visual level or a page level or a entire report level. That's we have discussed. Apart from that, we have discussed what is a drill down report in the sense within the same visualization we can navigate from one level to another level, that is a hierarchy as well, both will becomes in a same way. Okay, hierarchy as well within the same visualization. Okay, from one level to another level, bike is the okay, product category is the top level, next is a sub product, then is a product, or year is the top level, then quarter, then month. Okay, like this we can navigate from one level to another level, that is a hierarchy or a drill down report. Okay, now we will see drill through reports. As of now we didn't discuss what is a drill through reports. Okay, here we have an option drill through reports. Okay, drill through report we have. So here I have a report like this. Okay, here I have a state level information, here I have a state and a product level information like this I have. Okay, now I want to drill through. Okay, drill through in the sense I have a page 2, in a page I have a page 1, page 2. Here I have a state level information, here I have a okay, product category and sub product category I have. Okay, drill through in the sense we can navigate from one page to another page. For example, I want to right click. Okay, I have selected France. If I drill through, okay, I want in a second page. Okay, I want to go for any one of the page. There I want to see only France related information. Okay, let me go over here, page 2. Okay, for this one. Okay, so what are the page you want to go? For example, I want to go for a drill through. Let me add a okay, I have added okay, country name over here. From your first page I'm going to the first page. Okay, let me go page 2. Country one. Okay, yeah, now you can see a number of okay, more options is coming. Just take a fraction of seconds to reflect it. Okay, now I want to go for a drill through. Okay, we have a option drill through page 2. Okay, first page I have a country level information, second page I have a state level information. Okay, just observe. Okay, this one I have a state level information over here. Okay, if you click on this visualization we can see what are the fields we have used, state name and a sales amount. Now I drag only the country name into the page 2. Okay, now I want to drill through in the sense. Okay, right click. Okay, drill through in the sense page 2. Okay, now we can see in England we have only one state. Okay, we don't have a multiple states over here. Okay, so the England we have a United Kingdom, under that we have only one state, so the state level information it is showing. I'm going back automatically. If we add a drill through, the back button automatically it will come. Okay, now let me select a France in the sense I want to see detail level. Here I have a overall okay, summary level. That's what I have a country level, what is the sales I have. I want to know in detail level each state wise what is the sales. Now you can see why I'm getting only few states only. Okay, these states comes under France. Okay, again I going to back. Now I want to see detail levels of okay, United States. Let me right click. Okay, I want to drill through to the second page. Here we can see California. These are the states comes under okay, United States. This is a drill through option. Okay, or a drill through filter in the sense we can navigate from one page to another page. For example, I have a page 1. I have a summary level information like say country wise sales I have. Page 2 I have a state level information. Whatever the country you have selected, the country will pass to second page. Based on that the data will be filtered. This is a drill through filter. Drill down is okay, very simple thing. Drill down in the sense within the visualization we can go okay, from one level to another level. Okay, top to bottom, bottom to top, like this. But in a drill through in the sense we can navigate from one page to another page. In a page 1 I have a summary level. Summary in the sense okay, country level information or a product category level. Page 2 I have a detail level information, so I can navigate like this from page 1 to page 2 whatever the value you have selected in a page 1, the value will be passed to page 2 based on the data will be filtered for this one. Okay, so what are the value you want to comes from second page, okay, first page you want to add into the drill through filter. Okay, earlier we are adding a filter at a page level or a report level, right? Just we are dragging and drop. Okay, filters over here. If you want to apply any filters in a, okay, report level, just we are dragging over here. In this one we have a drill through filters we have over here. So here we want to add that particular, okay, state or something. So what are the value you have selected, the value will be select automatically. I am not select any value, United States. Okay, from a first page I just do a drill through. Okay, now I will go with the Australia. I'm right click on the Australia. I want to go for a drill through page 2. Okay, so now Australia information only. South states, Victoria, Queensland. Okay, South Australia. These are the states from Australia. Now you can see Australia got selected over here automatically. Whatever the value you have selected in page 1, same value will pass to the second page based on the data will be filtered. All the data will be filtered. Okay, not only specific visual and all. Enter. Now we can see sales amount. Okay, here also this one Australia showing. Here also only I'm able to see only Australia sales and all. Okay, the total we can see 9. Okay, 9 million and all. This is what we have a drill through filter. Now here I have a, okay, Yax, okay, product level sales amount I have over here. Here I have a second page, I have a sub product level of, okay, sub product I have, okay, race bikes, all these things is there, okay, under accessories and all. Now we can see accessories, bikes, clothing and all. I don't want all the things, just I want it only a, okay, if I select a bikes, only bike related products I want to be in a second page. Okay, so in this case we can add another one in a drill through product category. I will be adding to the drill through. Okay, product category I have added drill through. Now from a page 1 I want to drill through for a, okay, I want to bikes, I want to see what the sales was happening in a drill through page 2 I'm coming. Now we can see, okay, bikes, mountain bikes, road bikes, turning bikes, what is the sales was happened. This is how I can navigate, okay, from one page to another page. First page I have a detail level information. Second page I have a, okay, drill through page 2. Okay, so this time I have selected a clothing. Under clothing, caps, jerseys, gloves, what is the sales was happened. So this is how it will be happen. Okay, the sales was happened. Okay, what are the value you have selected. This is a drill through in the sense, okay, we can navigate from one page to another page. The page 1 I have a summary level information. Page 2 I have a detail level information. So whatever the value you have selected in first page, the value will be passed to second page based on the data will be filtered. Sometimes they want it. Okay, in a page, okay, page 1 I have a detail, okay, summary information, country wise sales, product category wise sales, some what is the sales amount. If they want to go in detail level, either a state level or a city level kind of thing, okay, that time we can do a drill through. Okay, I have comes to this page 2, right? Let me go for a page 3. In a page 3 I will add a, okay, for example, state level information, okay, city level information. City and sales amount. Okay, like this I have. So from a page 2 I want to go, okay, from a page 2 I want, not the drill through. State name I'm dragging into the second page. Okay, so now I will come from the page 1, I can go to page 2. Drill through to page 2. Okay, what is the Australia country I have selected? Based on this sales is coming. South, okay. Okay, New South Wales. Okay, this is one of the state in Australia. Now I want to go in detail level, state level. I want to see in that particular state. I will go for it. Okay, there also name is comes as a page 2. Okay, but you can, okay, the page is coming over here. Okay, this is the city. Let me change the page name. Okay, just we can double click, we can change the city. Okay, under that particular city, whatever the states we have, Sydney, okay, all the states will come. So now I can go for a again page back. Okay, I want to see in a different state. Okay, in detail level. So we can navigate, okay, city level, what are the state we have selected. Based on that, the cities will be displayed over here. This is how we have a drill through filter. Okay, if someone asks a question very simple, okay, clarification. Okay, well, if someone asks a question, most of the times they will ask a question, what is a filters we have available in a Power BI? Visual level filters. Okay, if you upload visual level filters, page level filters, report level filters, drill through filters, these only four we have to tell. In a visual level filters, only if you apply any filters, it will be affect only particular visual, it won't affect the other visuals. Page level filters, if you apply any filter, it will be affect all the visuals in that particular page, it won't affect the other pages. Report level filters, if you apply any filters at a report level, it will affect all the pages, all the visuals in that particular report. Drill through filter is a separate kind of functionality. For example, I have a page 1, page 2, you can tell the same example. I have a page 1, page 2. Page 1 I have a by using a drill through filter, we can navigate from one page to another page. For example, page 1 I have a summary level information, for example country wise, sales. Second page I have a state level sales. What are the value you have selected in the first page? Then that will be navigate to the second page. Based on that your value selection, second page will be filter. This is what we have a drill through filter. Sometimes they ask a question, what is a drill down and drill through? Drill down in the sense, within the visualization, same visualization, we can navigate from one level to another level, from top to bottom, bottom to top. Drill through in the sense, we can navigate from one page to another page. This is the main difference. This is what about a drill down and drill through reports, guys. If you have any questions, you can discuss. Try to practice all these things. At the end of the Power BI, desktop, I will give a one of the assignment is I will if you have any struck, if you have any critical difficulty thinking, in the sense, if you make a call, I will help out. I don't work for you guys. Simply people are sending, can you please generate a report and all, then what's the use of you? Strictly I'm telling that I don't do anything. You guys have to create a report. So if you struck something, in the sense, if you make me a call, I will help out. How you have to proceed and all. That's what I'm telling you guys. Do a practice thoroughly all the things. How we can perform a drill through, drill down, where you want to add the value into the second page. For example, I have a page 1, page 2. Page 1 I have a country level, page 2 I have a state level. So in a second page, you want to add the country over here. So that means from a first page, we can navigate to over here, the country information. So in a drill through level, first page values, you want to add it over here. Boss, I feel this drill through behaves like hyperlink. Is this correct? Yeah, not a hyperlink. Hyperlink is the different way. We won't need the specific URL and all. The hyperlink. Hyperlink in the sense I can go for a apart from the report. Or from this one, I want to, when I click on something, I want to open another report. That is a there hyperlink, the data won't be filtered. Here the data is filtering. Hyperlink in the sense, just I want to go for one of the website, or another report I want to be open, or your company website has to be open. That is a hyperlink. Their data won't be filtered. But here, what are the value you are selecting, based on that second page data is filtering. If you have any questions, you can go ahead, guys. We'll jump to just we'll discuss what is the wherever you can click it. We have a new measure, new column. This is a most and most entire DAX, entire Power BI always remaining all these things. Drag and drop, anyone can do. Main thing is, based on a requirement, you want to create a columns and a measures. Now I have a, let me go over here. I have a data like this. Product category, product name, sub product, order date, when that day sales was happened, all those kind of thing. We have a information over here. Now we have a customer number also, customer ID. This is one of the if you plug it, if you register some one of the thing, in the sense, you will get a customer ID. This was your customer ID or some kind of thing. Now I want to identify how many customers was there. How many customers were there in a my business. how we can get that information? If it is a SQL server, we can go, okay, select count of star, okay, from table name, Rx count of customer ID from, okay, table name and all. Here we want to create a measures. Okay, let's just give me a brief description about a DAX. After the Power BI desktop over, we will discuss, okay, 8 to 10 days of the time only for a DAX. Okay, based on a requirement, how we can create a measure or how you can create a columns and all. Okay, DAX in the sense, okay, it's a to create a measure or a column, or we can create a table also. Okay, that is nothing, we will need a DAX language. DAX, okay, stands for data analysis expressions. Data analysis expressions, okay, it's a collection of functions. Just it's a functions, it's a collection of functions. Okay, by using DAX, by using DAX, we can do three things. Okay, one is we can create a column, okay, or a calculated column. Most of the times in interview point of time, okay, here we have a new column. No one will ask what is a new column, new measure. Okay, people will ask it what is a calculated column and a calculated measure. Don't confuse it. Okay, new column or a creative, okay, column, okay, calculated column or a new column will be remain same. Okay, calculated column or a new column. Second thing, measure or a calculated measure. Calculated measure. Third one, we can do a, okay, tables, we can create it by using the DAX. Three things we can do. One is we can create a column, we can create a measure, we can create a tables. You can't modify the data in a SQL server level. Okay, we can update, we can insert the data by using a, okay, SQL server. Maybe the videos, okay, I will be upload, probably I will try to upload, okay, 2 or 3 videos for today. Okay, that is a insert update, okay, how we can do update the data in the, by using the DAX. You can't update, okay, some value is there at 10, you can't update to 20 by using the DAX. Just only we can do three things. We can create a column, we can create a measure, we can create a tables. Okay, now we'll see, okay, what is a measure in the sense, always measure in the sense aggregated value, either sum, min, max, count, all a, okay, this is aggregated values, we can create a measure. For example, I want how many total customers I have in my business. Okay, so let me go for a measure, new measure. I'm not creating a column. Column in the sense entire table level, for every row it will be calculate. I want total customers. How we can calculate? Just we want to create a measure over here. Okay, just measure name I'm giving it. Okay, total customers, the name. This is what your measure name equal to. Okay, I will go with not a count. I will go with a distinct count. I will tell you what is a distinct count. Already SQL Server we have discussed. Distinct in the sense it will give the unique values. The same, okay, for example, customer 1, okay, purchases some product and is so and so date. Customer 2 purchases some product and is so and so date. Again, customer 1 purchases second time. Okay, customer 1, okay, he was there to, okay, the customer came 3 times. That means you are not supposed to take a 4 times. This is the 2 times only. Distinct count in the sense it will, wherever the same value is there, it will be take one time only. The count it will take a one time only. 1, 2, okay, I have a 2 customers. If you have a okay, third customer is there, okay, this customer has 2 times. Okay, distinct in the sense there we have removed the duplicates. In the sense here also same thing, one is 3 times, it will take as a one time. I've taken the count, so it will take a one time. So I want a unique. Okay, same customer came, for example, you have purchased the products in a particular, okay, Amazon 100 times. That means you are not 100 customers. Okay, this is a, I want the unique customers. Okay, so I will go with a, this is one of the function, distinct count. Okay, count of, here just give table name of, okay, this is the table name, data is the table name, then what is the column name. Okay, that's it. You don't want to write any query and all, just distinct count of on what table, table name of column name. Okay, there we have specific rules and all. Okay, all those things we will discuss, okay, as part of the DAX. Okay, table name of, okay, so distinct count of, okay, this bracket is normal bracket. Okay, this one is a square bracket. Table name of column, on what column you want it, the count. Okay, I'm taking the card visualization over here. This is the one of the card. Okay, we can display any one number only. Okay, here I have a the measure got created. 18,000K customers was there in my business. Okay, now I want it. How many transactions was happened? Enter my business. How many transactions was happened? Now I will go with a count. I don't want a distinct count. Okay, let me go with a new measure. Okay, this is how we want to n number of scenarios. Okay, last year sales you want to be find out. Okay, this is one of the DAX function is there. Or last 10 days sales you want it. We want to go with a DAX function only. Okay, total transactions equal to, just I will go with a count of, okay, or count rows function also we can go. Okay, count of, based on any column we can take it. There we have a count star, right? Okay, let me go with a count rows table. Okay, we have a count rows table, just table name. How many rows was there in a table? Okay, there we can use a count star. Here, okay, we don't have a count star over here. Count rows of table name. In the table, how many rows was there? Or any specific column wise you want to go, in the sense we can go over a count function. Okay, here I have a count star, we have a related over here count rows. How many rows we have in my table? So how many transactions was happened? Okay, let me take the card. Okay, so you can see the calculator symbol will come. Okay, this is nothing but a measure. The calculator symbol, in the sense it's a calculated measure. That means this is not coming from the data. That is what we have a name called a calculated function. Okay, calculated measure or a calculated column. These are the columns coming from your data source. Okay, these are the thing we have calculated at your Power BI level. That's what we have a calculated measure. 100 200% interview question was there. What's the difference between calculated measure and a calculated column? Okay, so for example, I want a count of sales. Okay, let me go by default. Okay, if it is a number, it will give the sum of the sales amount. Otherwise, I want to create a measure for that. Let me go new measure. What is the sales was happened? By default, if it is a number, in the sense it will comes as a by default sum. Okay, that's not a recommended way. Okay, so I want a total sales. Okay, we can go with the simple sum function is there. Sum of table name, column name, table name of column name. Okay, sum of the sales amount. Okay, table name of sales amount. This is a standard rule we want to follow. Okay, so table name of column name, I want the total sales. Okay, already that will give. Okay, if it is a numerical value, it will gives. Okay, sum all automatically. Even though I'm doing it, I want to perform a measure. Okay, so sum of the sales and all. Around we have a 200 functions was there. These are simple functions. Okay, I want only for a bike sales. How we can filter over here? If it is a SQL server, there we can do a where class and all. Here we have a alternative ways that we will discuss over here later point of time. Okay, this is a measure. Okay, created a measure over here. When we can go with a column, let me go. Okay, here I have a order date. Okay, here I have a order date is there. Okay, I don't want the hierarchy, just I want a order date. Okay, date wise I have a sales amount. Okay, you can use a measure also over here. Okay, under the values, okay, I have a date wise sales amount is there. Okay, so I don't want a every day wise, I want to see yearly wise, or I want year and a monthly wise I want to see. Okay, for that case you want to create a column, separate column. I have a date column over here. Okay, earlier we have seen in a SQL server also we have discussed. Okay, if you have a date, you want to see something in a yearly wise. Okay, we have used a year function. Here also we have same function, year function, month function, day function, quarter function and all. I want to see, okay, I have a order date over here, but I want to see yearly wise sales. For that case, you want to create a column. Go over here, this table. Okay, the column, in the sense each and every row level it will be calculate. Okay, new column. That means I have a, you can tell the same example in an interview point of view as well. I will tell you, okay, what are the points you want to tell about calculated column. Calculated column, in the sense the column is not coming from the data source. Here you are calculating. That's what people will call it as a calculated column. Okay, I want the year. Okay, year equal to, Okay, just go with it. This is a column name year. We have a function, year function. That's what I tell you, that concentrate more on a, okay, SQL server. There also same function is there. Year of, okay, data of order date, table name of, okay, from the order date I want to extract the year. So then I will display my sales amount in a yearly wise. Okay, year got created 2019, okay, 18, what is the year? Okay, from the order date the year got calculated. Now I want to be display yearly wise sales. Okay, take the bar graph. Okay, I have created a year over here. The calculated column got created year. You can see fx function. That means this is a calculated column. It's not coming from your data source. These are, we don't see any, okay, the extra symbol over here. Here we can see, that means this is a calculated column we have created. Okay, this is the measure I have created, total sales amount. X-axis, country wise sales amount I want to see. Okay, I have a date column, but I want a yearly wise. User want to see yearly wise sales. Okay, I have created a column over here. Year column I have created. Now I want it month and year I want it. Okay, let me create another column. Okay, so month in the sense all the Januaries will come in a single. I don't want like that. Okay, so 2017 Jan, 27, okay, 18 Jan, like this I want it. So let me create another column, yearly wise and year and monthly wise. Okay, year and month function we have, year and month equal to, we have one of the function, format function, format data of order date. We have a order date from this one. Okay, we have a date format. In a SQL server we are using a convert function. We are converting your date into multiple formats. Here we have a format function. Okay, however you want it. I want a small, okay, triple M in the sense, okay, short month name, then I want a year. Okay, just short month name in the sense I give a 3 M's. If you give a 4 M's in the sense January, February will come. Okay, now it will a John, FEB, okay, MAR, it will come. Okay, so like this, yearly wise, monthly wise I want to see. Okay, Feb 2019. Okay, like this it will be, the column got created June 2019. Like this I have created one of the function I have using format function. Based on that I create a separate column. Okay, based on the requirement you want to create your columns. Okay, so we need the DAX formulas. Just I have used a 4 or 5 functions. Sum I have used, count I have used, month and year is there. Then I have a sales amount. Okay, every monthly wise. Okay, December 2019. Okay, November 2019, October 2019. Like this, Jan 2019, September 20, like this. I want a year and monthly wise sales amount I want it. So I have created a separate new column. Okay, this is a very important intro question. Okay, later point of time we will discuss in detail level. Always DAX we can do 99%. Okay, these two things only we do. Okay, either create a column, either create a measure by using the DAX functions. Okay, these two things 99%. Only 1% of the time we can create some tables. Okay, I want the count of customers. Okay, so we can go for a DAX functions. Okay, main important thing, what is a new calculated column and a calculated measure. Calculated measure, okay, calculated column in the sense it will be calculated each and every row level. Each and every row level it will be calculated. Okay, so each and every row level it is calculating, right? Okay, it's not a overall value. Okay, each and every row level it will be calculate. It will occupy some memory as well. Okay, if we create a 10 columns, okay, it say, okay, what are the data I have loaded? Okay, it takes some memory from my hard disk. Okay, so it's taking some data size, right? So let me save this file. I will show you. Okay, just go with the file, or we have a save button option over here, or we can go with a save. Okay, I want to save this report. Okay, downloads. Okay, demo report. Okay, demo report. The extension is like PBIX. Okay, if it is a Word document .doc, if it is Excel document .xlsx, like this, your PB, okay, PBIX in the sense that is the extension of your Power BI report. Downloads. Okay, demo report. Okay, you can see the size got, okay, so this is taken a around 1 GB of the, okay, 1 MB of the size. Okay, 1074 KB, it is a almost 1 MB. Okay, if we create a multiple columns in the sense it will take some memory as well. Measure won't take any memory, it is just a formula only, you can't see. Okay, so the column we can set a table level, but measure at the time of usage only it will be. Okay, it will be calculate. Okay, if we use in a card level, that time it will be calculate and it gets the, okay, data. you can't see. Okay, in any one of the visual only we can see that values. You can't see at anywhere. Okay, is a measure in the sense it's a aggregated value. Aggregated value in the sense sum of the sales, count of the customers. Okay, a number of things. Last year sales, this year sales. Okay, like this we can be measure in the sense it's a calculated value, aggregated value. Column in the sense, okay, we can tell the same example. I have a date column in my table. User wants to see monthly, yearly wise sales or a month and yearly wise sales. That time I can go with a calculated column. Column will be okay created at each and every row level. For every row it is calculating over here. Okay, so it will occupy some memory. The differences again we will discuss later. Okay, this is how we can create a columns and measures. That's what we need a DAX language. Okay, if you have any questions you can go ahead, guys. Again, entire 1 week of the time we will discuss only the DAX language. There we can use only create a column, create a measure. As of now, I simply create a sum of the sales count of customers and all. Later point of time, what is the sales for a bikes? What is the sales for a particular year and a particular country? Okay, I want to create a apply a filter conditions, n number of things. Okay, just now we will concentrate. Okay, how to create a the visuals and all. Later point of time. Okay, whenever we have a customer requirement, based on that we can create a measures and all. Okay. Now I have a how we can apply for a page. Okay, I want to say as of now just simply we are drag and dropping the visuals and all. We are the colors and all. Now we will see page level properties. Later point of time we will discuss each and every visual properties. Okay, I will comes one by one. Okay, I started with table level properties, column level properties, and we have discussed this filters. Okay, properties. Now we are discussing page level properties. Then I will comes to over here. Okay, how we can what are these options, what is the use of this thing. Then we will go with a each and everything. Okay, what are the different kind of thing, what is the each of these options. Then will comes the visualizations. Okay, sometimes for this creating a visualization some of these options is required. That's what we will discuss all these things. Then the visuals we will be discuss each and every one. Now page I want a different size. Okay, here I have the page. I want two more visuals on top of this. How we can create? Okay, this visual on top of down I want to, it's not going. How I can increase the page size? Okay, how I can increase the font size? Okay, the not the font size. How I can increase width and height of the size? I want to add some background color of this page. Okay, it is a white. Okay, click on empty space. This is the format option always. Okay, page level information. Okay, what is the page name? Okay, tooltip Q&A. Okay, we can forget these two things, we will discuss later. Which is a turn on turn off, nothing will be happen, but we have some functionalities. Later we will discuss tooltip and Q&A. So if you want it, the page name, if you want to change it from here also you can change it. It is a home page or any kind of thing name we can give it. Or from here also you can double click over here, you can rename over here. Or from here also you can change your page name. Is a page information. Page size by default 16.9 pixels. Okay, the inches or something it will come. Okay, if you want more height and width. Okay, so if you want it, we have a, if you want a smaller size, it is comes like this. Or if you want a letter, there we have some predefined ones. Or we have a tooltip, this is a size will come. Or I want the custom size. Let me go with 16.9 custom size. Now I want to increase the width or a height. I want to increase the height. Okay, height got increased, but still the page scroll bars is not came. Okay, go for the view page. Here we have a page view. Okay, actual size you want to go. Okay, you can increase the size and width. Then comes to the view. Okay, in a page. Okay, actual size I want it. Fit to page. Okay, fit to width in the sense what are the screen. For example, my laptop screen is a 20. Okay, 20 inches. Okay, for example, 15 inches. Your desktop screen is a 20 inches. Yes, for that that will be fit. But I want a what are the actual size? Okay, I want the scroll bars like this. Okay, so that is what a fit to page, fit to so width in the sense how much your screen size. According to that, it will be fit. Okay, if it is a larger screen also, that will be fit. It won't come in a small size. It is a small screen, even though that will be fit. Okay, in a the just it will be shrink and it will be display. Okay, it won't come the scroll bars. Any what are the screen? If it is a 20 inches screen or it is a 50 inches screen, it will come in a normal way. It won't come the okay the scroll bars. Now I want the actual size. Actual size in the sense if it is a small screen or a big screen, the scroll bars will come like this. This is what I want to increase to 820. Now you can create okay what are the visuals you want to comes down. We can keep this one to down. Okay, so sometimes okay they don't want a multiple pages or they want a scroll bars and all. That time we can use a okay what are the size you want it and all. Okay, height and width you can increase by using the page size option. We have page size, how much the size you want it, you can increase it. Okay, height or a width. Okay, by default comes okay 1280 width and okay it will comes by default. Okay, custom in the sense okay 1280 is the width and 720 is the height. Okay, if you want you can increase it, the scroll bars will come left right kind of thing, you can use it all kind of thing. After that you can make changes, you can fit to okay fit to page in the sense or even though you got increased okay it will be fit like this. Okay, so however you want it you can do okay changes. Okay, the page size and all we can change it. This is a page size. If you want to increase okay we have a page size option. We can go on, you can increase page size option whatever you want it. Okay, just we can increase the width and height. Then we have a page background. Okay, page background I want a different color for a background color. Okay, just we have a background color option. Just we can go with a okay any one of the dark color. Okay, here we have a transparency towards 0 in the sense it is a thickness towards 100%. Okay, I want a light green color, we can adjust it from here. If we go with a towards 100, any color towards 100 will becomes a white only. Okay, we have a transparency how you want it. Okay, so how much thickness the color you want it, transparency is there. Okay, so like this you can go if you towards 100 in the sense any color it will becomes a white. Okay, or I wanted this much of transparency, so we can apply a background color for your page. Okay, or if let me remove the color. Okay, I want a any okay my company logo I want to be okay add it to over here. We can add a image as well. Okay, sometimes we want right okay for a background. Okay, we have a, some company logos and all. What is this image? Okay, the image okay by image was okay earlier the background color is a 200% white. Okay, that's got image got over. Let me add any different image. I hope I don't have any images. Old logic, current logic, screen. Okay, some of the some background image I have added over here. Okay, so I want that image as a fill in the sense the entire page it will be occupy. Okay, fit fill. Okay, we have a normal, just what is the normal size will come. Okay, fill the entire page it will be fill. Okay, just some I don't have proper images. Okay, you can add some images over there. Okay, so in a background level okay your company logos or something if you want to add it we can add. Okay, this we have seen sometime watermarks we have. Okay, that's what we can add. Okay, page level if you want any images we can add it. Okay, at any point of time if you want to delete it okay or if you want to change it we can change it any kind of thing. Is what about a background. Okay, page background. Page alignment okay vertical top right. Okay, how you want okay middle. So just okay the page alignment okay middle or a vertical. Okay, just it is a nothing was there. Okay, top or a middle we can align page alignment. Then we have a wallpaper. Let me remove this background color. Okay, wallpaper in the sense it is the sides will come. Okay, we have a wallpaper. Okay, the corners will comes as a wallpaper. Okay, I want to apply some wallpaper color in the sense you can add a wallpaper color. Okay, this is a the wallpaper. The only the corner edges that is nothing but a wallpaper. Remaining area it is nothing but a, okay page background. This is a side corners. This is a wallpaper. Okay, what the color you want it? Most of the times people won't use a wallpaper color and all. Or if you want any image, you can add for a wallpaper for your page and all. Then we have filter pin. filter pane, filter cards we have. Let me go for a page over here. Okay, this is the page we have, right? This page either we can hide it. Entire this page, okay, in a Power BI service level. Let me open. It's not there. I will show you one thing. Okay, no need now. Okay, guys, once we publish this Power BI report, okay, into the Power BI service, okay, this you have applied some filters. So if you make, okay, like this, same way it will comes into Power BI service as well. Okay, maybe user unwantedly, okay, you don't know anything, maybe you remove some filters, enter your report will be display all the values and all. That time we can hide this option. Okay, so it won't be visible for the user. Okay, otherwise he wants to see but you don't want to change any values, we can log this. Okay, so you have applied this thing. Okay, user don't know anything about your report, what you made, okay, in a background. Okay, so for example only current year sales you have taken, you have applied. Okay, either you can entire hide, entire this page won't be visible for the user. Okay, otherwise you wants to see, okay, but you don't want to made any changes, so we can log this. Okay, so this one I want to be displaying. Okay, what are the colors you want to apply for this one I want to see in a same. Okay, I will show you in a Power BI service how the report will come. Okay, I want to apply some background color this entire this pane. Okay, so let me go with some, okay, light color. So like this he wants to be display. Okay, what is the filters? Okay, in a page level I have removed a blank country. Okay, so this is what I want to be display. Okay, let me go with transparency. Okay, our font icon color. Okay, we can by default I want the black color. Okay, text title size. Okay, the filters we have, right? How much the text size you want it for that one. Okay, we can increase that size. Okay, headers text, the country name, this is the header text. Okay, how much size you want that header text. Okay, these are filters on this page, this is the header text. Okay, so how much size you want it. Okay, let me go with the default size, we can increase all these things. Okay, what is the font family. Okay, we have a font family, Arial black, or what the font family you want it. Okay, let me go with the Sigo UI or a Corbel. Okay, any font size we have. Then you want a left side we have a small line, right, border. Okay, either you want that border or not. If you want a border you can turn on. Okay, what the border color you want it. Okay, the border color what you want it. Okay, so you can apply border this. Okay, this box size either through mouse over you can change it, or from here also you can give the size of this. Okay, if you decrease this, okay, that will be decrease. Earlier it is a 200 something, if I decrease it will be decrease, or from here also you can give the how much width you want it. Okay, so here, okay, check box and apply color. Let me apply different color. Where this color is coming. For this one, I will tell you checkbox color is not changing anywhere. Okay, okay, I will show you one thing. Here we have filters got applied. Okay, drill through filter got applied, that's what. Okay, I have all the countries. This is the checkbox actually, it's not changing the color, we'll see. Okay, why it's not changing the color. That is the checkbox color. Okay, filter pane. So if you want to apply any color for this, okay, font size, text size, okay, what's the kind of border you want it. Okay, so we can, okay, search text size. Here we have a search option. If you have a multiple values, okay, here we can search, okay, what are the value you want it. Okay, for example United I want it. We have a multiple states or a multiple countries, here we can search it. Okay, what is the search text size. Here if you want that search, okay, that's okay, this search size. Okay, this is the search, sorry, this is the search size. Okay, it is increasing. Okay, here also we can search, okay, all the filters. If you have a 10 filters, okay, I want to apply, okay, any filter from here. So it will comes over here, country name I have. So if you have a filter, it will be search over here. If you have a multiple values, okay, this search size, what is the size you want it, what is the search color box size you want it, okay, this is a search, okay, text size you want it. Okay, each and every property we can change it. Okay, either this one, okay, filter size, or this one we can change it, this one also we can change it. Okay, this property we can change also. This is what we have a properties, just applying a color, text size. Okay, nothing was there, no need to discuss. Okay, more than, okay, 1 or 2 minutes, what is the color you want it, how much size you want it, what is the background color you want it, very simple thing. Okay, no one will ask any interview over here. Okay, this is what about a, if I want to apply some colors over here, then I have a filters card. Now this will come filters card we have. I want to apply different color. Okay, if it is available, okay, that means in this report there are some filters there. Okay, that's what available. Filters pane, I have a available white in the sense. Okay, let me show you. Filters pane, filter card. Okay, if it is available, I want a white. If I select any value applied in the sense, I want to go for a yellow color. Okay, by default it is a, okay, white. That means if I applied, for example, let me, okay, I have applied a filter, I don't want a blank country over here. So if we apply a value, it will become say yellow. That means user, we came to know there are some values got, okay, applied. If it is a normal, if I remove the, okay, value, all countries I want it, that means it is a yellow. If I apply some value, if I apply a filter, I want a different color. Okay, so I want a in a yellow color, that means some of the filter got applied for this one. That's what we have a, here we have a available, by default available white color. If I applied some value, then I want to change the color. So this is what we have a applied and a available. Okay, then transparency border, okay, border color will be remain same as is. Okay, this border colors however they were, okay, however you want it. Then what is the text size, the items text size. Okay, the names will be increase it. Okay, how much the size you want it, we can increase or decrease. Or what is the font color you want it. Okay, input search box, this is the inputs. Now this search box I want to be increase it. This is a input text box color. If you want with a different color, the color will be changed now. Okay, this is what we have a simple properties, just color. Okay, text size. Okay, however you want it, we can add it. Okay, either user wants to see, or I can lock this one. Okay, hide this one. Okay, sometimes user don't want to see. Okay, so entire thing I will be hide it and I will lock it. Okay, user don't know anything technically, he will remove something, then he will ask it, hello boss, the values are displaying incorrectly, why it is, unfortunately made so, okay, he removed the filter. Okay, for example, I have 29 million. Okay, he removed this filter. Okay, you don't know technically something, he click on something, this goes off. Okay, the it is displaying all the values, you don't know what he did. Okay, why? Because he is not a technical guy. Okay, just, oh, that's what, either we can hide it or we can lock it. Okay, in a Power BI service level, he can't made any changes for this if you hide it. Okay, hide it in the sense entire this pane won't be visible. Or if you want to visible, but you have to add a lock over here. Okay, you can see the lock option. Okay, so now it is an unlock. If it is a lock means you can't change the values. That is what we can play with this one. Okay, that's based on a, most of the times, okay, people will be, okay, apply some filters, they will be lock it, or they will be hide it. Sometimes user wants to see, then we can, okay, make a visible, then we can lock it. Otherwise, okay, sometimes you want to change some filters over here, that time we can make a unlock, maybe it a visible for the user. Sometimes he want to apply his own filters, that time we can make enable this option. Okay, either the ways we have, user don't want to change it, you can lock it, you can hide it. Otherwise, sometimes you want to change it, we can make a visible and unlock it, so you can change it what are the filters you want it. This is what we have a filters pane properties over here. Okay, now we have a, if you want any number of pages, okay, the page level properties we can see. Okay, you can right click, we have a duplicate the page. For example, the same page, the color, okay, same visuals I want it, I can make a duplicate of the page. Okay, same page got duplicated. Okay, I don't want to rework once again, I have applied different colors, all the things. Okay, that time we can duplicate a page. If you double click, we can rename what the name you want it, we can change the name over here. Otherwise, we can go with the rename option. It is also same thing. Okay, so we can rename, okay, second page or a third page. They will give page names as well. I have lock will apply for the visual level. Yes. Okay, I have a filter. Okay, here also I have a lock option. Visual level also same options will be remain same. I have selected this page. Okay, this visual. In this visual I have a country and a sales amount. I have want to be, okay, lock it, unlock it, okay, edit, okay, unlock it, okay, anything we can do. Every, okay, value level we have a, okay, hide and unhide or lock button. Entire overall level I have a hide or a de-hide option. Okay, we have that option. Yes. Okay, each and everywhere we have, if I select this thing, okay, here I have a country, states, all the things. Here I don't want the Australia. Okay, I want to be hide, lock it or hide it. Okay, anything. Or if we click at a page level, as of now I don't have any filters. If we go with a visual level, okay, what are the fields we have added? All the fields will comes like this. Okay, so we can hide or a de-hide if you want to apply filters. Okay, we can lock, unlock, unhide, all the things we can. Okay, another thing, we have a delete the page, in the sense we can delete it, or I want to hide the page. Okay, for example, I have a two pages. Okay, I will show you the small trick over here. We have a drill through filters, right? When you click, okay, he has to navigate, but he don't want to see the second page by default. Okay, that time we can hide the page. In a service level, he can't able to see that page. Okay, by default, okay, he wants to see one page, but drill through page he don't supposed to see. That's what I have hide it over here. In this, okay, development first time we can see the page, but once you publish the Power BI service, there he can't able to see. Okay, he can navigate to drill through to the page 2. Okay, then he can see the values and all, then he comes back, but by default he can't able to see the second page. That's what we can hide the page. This we will see practically. Okay, by default he can able to see only one page only, like this he can able to see, but he can do a, okay, drill through the page. He can go for a page 2, but the page 2 he can't able to see by default. Okay, through the drill through only you can able to see the page 2. Okay, that we will see practically. Okay, how work in a Power BI service level. Okay, it is coming to the page 2, but he can't able to see page 2 also. It is show you in home page only. That's what we can hide the pages as well. We have a hide option the page. Okay, hide the page. He can't able to see the page, but drill through drill down option will be work out. Okay, even though page 2 got hided, but drill through, okay, drill through option will be work. Okay, you can navigate from page 1 to page 2, but user can able to see only a single page. That's what we can do. Okay, we can hide the page. Okay, the pages also we can hide it. Okay, this is what we have discussed. Okay, drill through filters and, okay, page level filters we have discussed, and we have discussed main thing, column and a measure, new calculated measure, calculated column. Calculated column, each and every row wise will be calculate. When we have a custom columns, where I have a, you can give the same example in interview. I have a date column, user wants to see yearly wise, or a year and monthly wise, he wants to see. So I created a new columns by using the DAX. Okay, when you can go with a calculated measure, I want the count of customers, total number of transactions, total sales amount, sales amount for a particular country. Okay, so that time we can go for a measure option. Okay, again, anyhow we will discuss later point of time as well. Okay, what are the differences for a new calculated column and a new calculated measure. Okay, that's it for today, guys. Okay, tomorrow we will discuss the home menu buttons. What are the, okay, we have a recent data sources, enter data. Okay, how we can load the data from a SQL. Okay, then we will discuss these options, new visual, new text box. Okay, I want to add a title for my Power BI report, how we can add it. Okay, we have a text box option. Okay, so by using this text box option, we can create a nice title for your report, all those things. Okay, that we will discuss, okay, tomorrow, guys. If you have any questions, you can go ahead. You can see most of the times we can use a text boxes. This is a text box, I want the title. Okay, so this is one of the report I'm working. Okay, this is not a, okay, any visual, this is a text box. I want to add, okay, title of my report. So we can add, we can use a text box over. Okay, multiple visuals was there. Okay, on top of that. Okay, that we will see tomorrow. Okay, we will see home menu buttons. Do a SQL Server practice, guys. Go on, you have, guys, have to spend more and more time. Just now, okay, simply I'm taking the Excel file, I'm displaying all the values. Even though if you load the data from a, say, okay, SQL also, these options will be remain same, but understanding the data is the most important thing. Which data you want to take it? Okay, that what you have to learn a SQL. Okay, I will upload, okay, at least 2 to 3 videos, additional videos. Okay, we have another 10 videos. For today I will upload 2 or 3 videos. Okay, please go through that one as well, how we can update the data, how we can insert the data as well.